You're live! Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing off-server system Redux on the RTX 2060, 1050 Ti, 750 Ti, RX 570 and RX 580. This time around the 1650 Super is doing the live stream. I wanted to test the RTX implementation without doing separate live streams. I think it will be more interesting if I do it this way. How are you guys doing? Good seeing you there. Unfortunately, without the 2060, I cannot remove the background, so yeah, here we are. So we're doing first the 2060, then the 1050 Ti, 750 Ti, 570 and 580. The 1650 Super maybe in a separate video, but since this game has RTX, I wanted to give it a try. So thanks to Bloober Team SA for providing a copy of the game. I played the original one. They provided me a copy for the first time. I think it was a few years ago, so thanks to them for the review copy. Yo, when you're getting your hands on Cyberpunk 2077, I don't know. We're going to find out later. Hopefully soon, so I can give it a try and stream it for you guys. So yeah. You got the 2060 and it's amazing? Okay, I'm glad, man. Enjoy it. It's a good card. So we start with the 2060 on 1080p and we're going to enable RTX. So RTX enabled, RTX on. So we're doing 1050 Ti after this one. So 1080p we're doing first, full screen, ray tracing as you can see here, unlimited FPS, no chromatic aberration because I don't like how it looks. And here when we get custom, when you select custom you get the advanced options which are TXAA. It seems to be just temporal anti-aliasing, shadow quality, textures, resolution scalability on full which should be 100%, and let's keep it all like this. So it's basically maxed out with ray tracing enabled on 1080p. So let's get started. ¿Cómo andan? ¿Todo bien? Elías Ezequiel Pérez. ¿Qué más? Tadeo, ¿cómo andas, che? ¿Todo bien? Todo bien, por suerte. So guys, let's... Okay, with RTX on and ultra settings on 1080p, we're already getting over 100 FPS, but again, this is a very tiny part. It's time to just get ahead with the game a little bit. Since this part not really demanding, we gotta just wait till the part we can move around. So yeah. 1660 Ti, I don't have that one unfortunately. Turn off motion blur, I think it's disabled. Let me check very quickly. Yep, it's completely disabled, no motion blur. I hate it as well, sometimes. So it's disabled. No DLSS, as far as I know, there's none. I haven't found it yet. So yeah, hang on guys. But there doesn't seem to be any DLSS. The ray tracing that they use here apparently is only for the reflections. Middle mouse button. Alright. But yeah, remember guys, this is the very first part. We're not moving around. This is a static scene. But the game looks good, yeah. The first one, without the remake, without the remaster, also looked good, at least in my opinion. So yeah. Hello, how are you doing guys? Good seeing you there. Te saludo, Emma Darko. ¿Cómo andas, che? ¿Todo bien? Hi. Yeah, we're doing 1050 Ti after this one. I want to test the RTX implementation, then we're going to try everything else.
Sounds pretty bad.
So yeah. Unfortunately, this part is not skippable. So, hey. Is this a remastered version of Observer? Yes, this is the remastered version. It includes improved assets plus the ray tracing options, but doesn't seem to be any DLSS to be used so far. So, what do I have to do? Okay, never mind, I just gotta wait, I guess. Power is back. 1660 Super, I don't have that one yet. Hopefully soon, but not now. Well, thanks, Frank. I appreciate that. I love you too.
Triangulated. Location established. Tenement.
So once I get past the lobby in the first level, we should have a checkpoint, and there I could test the RTX implementation, all the numbers. Whoa, what the heck happened there? All right. Let's see. Yeah, whatever. Let's skip this. Ryzen 3 3100, good CPU. Agreed. For the price, it's a great CPU. It's kind of ridiculous, actually. All right. So we start moving around. I'm not seeing any real-time reflections just yet. Hello there, sir.
Easy there, Tin Man. I'm not looking for trouble.
It's going to run really bad on AMD GPUs. Yeah, probably. Unreal Engine stuff usually happens.
Sort of. Name. Grabinski. Leon Grabinski.
Let's see.
Apartment 7.
Do you think the 2060 is still a decent card in 2020? Yeah, I agree. I mean, I would say so. I think it's a good performer so far.
Yeah, I got it.
The thing is, when you use ray tracing, the 6 GB of video memory are a little bit not enough for ray tracing sometimes. But let's see how if we get any real reflection here. All this technology thing is kind of covering the reflections, so yeah. But the game looks good, don't get me wrong. But so did the original one without the remaster work done. Alright. I mean, can I remove this stuff from the ground? I mean, it looks good, but I'm looking for the reflections. Maybe if I go back, let's advance a little bit. Let's see if we can find any reflections to speak of that are obvious. Whoa, but there are some stutters when I open doors. This reminds me of Layers of Fear in that regard. It's the same developer. So yeah. With all the tech stuff, I cannot really see anything at all. So apartment 7. Yeah, there are quite a few stutters, especially when open doors to new areas. Let's see. So far I didn't notice any obvious reflections. Let's see once we get there. Okay, there seems to be some sort of reflections here. But man, those stutters.
Oh my god.
Well, thank you, Yasir Nawaz. I appreciate it, man. But so far with ray tracing, we hadn't dropped below 60 just yet. This is the part where the technology stuff should be out. So we should be able to see some reflections now. Where's the GTX 1650 Super? It's in the streaming PC. I'm going to do it in a separate video.
Maybe it's not.
Hi, Budj. How are you doing, man? I'm Turbo Zeet. Turn B-Sync on? Yeah, I'm going to do it later. Hang on. I know it looks awful without B-Sync, but bear with me. Oh yeah, those stutters are pretty annoying. E to activate electromagnetic vision. The stutter is because of the CPU? I'm not sure. We'll find out. But it happened to me before on the Layers of Fear games as well. Let's see. BioVision. Yeah, I forgot about this game. I was playing it before when it was first released. Then I forgot it existed. Yeah, no, the stutters are not the CPU. You can clearly see that. The CPU is not even close to being maxed out. Let's see. Let's find those reflections. Not noticing anything obvious so far. Let's see if I can see him reflected in this puddle. Alright, I think there is one over there. Let me see if I can go back. But yeah, those stutters don't seem to be CPU related. But I'm not noticing any obvious reflections to speak of. Maybe in a few minutes after. We'll see. Yeah, whatever. Let's see, anything else? Oh yeah, the bio vision and the electric vision. Can I grab that? There we go.
Victim is equipped with an ID.
Which card are you going to buy next? RTX 30 series or AMD RX 6000 series? At the moment I have no plans for any of them. Unless they release something less expensive. Something like a 580 or 570 competitor. I think that would be cool. Other than that, I'm not really interested in upgrading at the moment. A processor! Wow, a CPU, guys! Let's open this. A motherboard! I'm just at home, as you can see. Just at home.
Chiron Incorporated. High-level clearance.
Right, yeah.
But it's expired.
Let's see if we can find anything else. Okay, I'm blind using this filter. Yeah, I cannot open that door. But I'm still looking for the reflections, really. Where are they?
It's the spot.
Alright. Yeah, some more clues. 768p is the best one? I agree. Yeah. Should be. Oh, I remember now. I should be able to lower some sort of area
For evidence disposal.
that it was up there. Yeah, CPU. I forgot about that. Yeah, this card should help me. Nope. But I really forgot what I did before. Yeah, I remember we had to lower this thing, but I forgot how to do it. The toilet, the perfect place to start. Delicious. Let me see if I can grab that. Yeah, I cannot grab it, I think. Biovision, nothing. EM Vision, nothing. Do you buy any new Ryzen CPUs? At the moment, no. I want to stay with the one I have.
The head was removed post-mortem.
Bro, how can I connect my Xbox 360 controller to my laptop? You can find the receiver for the Xbox 360 controller. There should be some cheap ones on the internet. Or just get the cable that connects directly. That should be fine. Bye bye, toilet.
What the fuck do we have in here? Claw marks.
Let's see if I can open the door. Oh yeah, as you can see, guys, it's more of a walking simulator kind of thing, like Layers of Fear, but on a cyberpunk aesthetic. I just forgot how to progress. Yeah, motherboard doesn't matter. Because I knew that we had to lower this stuff over here. I think there was a panel this way. Hang on, guys. But I'm still looking for the reflections. Where are they? I mean, there's some sort of reflection that way.
ID check. Failed. Time of death. About an hour ago.
Yeah, I forgot to analyze the body. That's usually the first thing that you should do in a crime scene. All right. Anything else I missed? Yeah, I already analyzed this. Maybe if I open this door. Wow, water.
Controlled substance 45F that are known as feed. You'd never touch this, Greg.
Now technological view. This way. Yeah, this should be to lower the...
This panel is busted. Signal must have come from somewhere else.
Yeah, we know, we know. I already analyzed that. I feel so stupid playing this. Yeah, this is where it comes. Oh my god, I'm stupid. There you are. I was looking for this. Middle mouse button. Ooh. Yeah, thanks Artorias YouTube. I'm kind of blind sometimes. So happy to have you guys. Thank you so much. I have Ryzen 2400G, so I can go with RTX 2060 Super. Yeah, it should be okay in most cases, but do not expect do not expect 60 FPS, especially in modern games. So hang on. Zero zero 0044, I think it was. Let's see.
Couldn't be that easy, could it?
Yeah, it wouldn't have been that easy. Is this a sponsored video? You might call it that way, but I wanted to try this game due to the RTX implementation. I'm still not finding any obvious reflections, but yeah, I got the game for free. So you could call it a sponsored video, but I didn't get paid to play the game, if that's the question. I always miss the obvious stuff, as you can see. So I'm probably missing the code from somewhere. But there are not even reflections here, so where are the reflections? Thank you so much, Devil Gamer, for the 14 rupees donation. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, the 2060 Super should work fine, but do not expect 60s in modern games. You need a better CPU for that. So, again, thank you for the donation. Super appreciated. Still looking for the key. In the cupboard, alright. Which cupboard? I'm not paying attention, that's probably why. When I first played this game, I breezed through this part very quickly, so...
You never cared about this stuff.
I'm kinda lost. Yeah, let's try that. 1984, maybe it's that one. Oh my god, I'm 984. There you are. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Finally, I can bring this down. Sad, they should really pay you for the hours spent. Well, you already do that, guys, by watching this live stream, liking the video, subscribing. That helps me way more than a paid sponsorship. All right. Yeah. Nothing here. Corrupted data, just like my PC. Open gate.
Deactivated the apartment security system,
Excellent.
leaving the crime scene.
Let's see if I can find those reflections now. As you can see, those stutters don't seem to be completely CPU related. But they are there nonetheless. Let's see, any reflections? Still looking guys for those reflections. There must be somewhere. Maybe this way. Oh. Yeah, it should be this door over here, but I'm not finding it.
Hey, you there. Come here, quick.
This is just a toilet. There I found the reflections, guys. Here, there's one. Let's see if I disable ray tracing, if that reflection stays there. Yep, I found the reflections, but the performance difference is huge. Let's call it huge, yeah. So, we have 142 FPS, and with ray tracing on, we get 87. So we miss more than almost half the performance. But the reflection is only in the mirror here and over there. Weird decisions.
What is it?
What's up with the lockdown?
Hey, can you benchmark Deep Rock Galactic game contacting the depths? Maybe, but maybe I can buy the game and that's about it.
Well,
But let me get to the outside part. Let's see if I can find more reflections. But so far the RTX implementation, I don't like it too much.
Why am I talking to you?
It was super subtle.
Infected. Get away from me.
How long is the stream delay again? Like 30 seconds. Hang on, let's see this. Interrogate the neighbors, identify the color, investigate the crime scene. But I want to go outside. Yeah, if I could go outside, I could probably see more reflections.
What do you want?
Yeah, they're pretty minor, really. I mean, with so much visual stuff going on at the same time, it's kind of difficult to appreciate the reflections. There's probably some puddles outside that I can look at, but other than that, doesn't seem to be... Yeah, and these reflections in the mirrors. Let's go outside if I can. And now there's, okay, this reflection over here. But yeah. I mean, it's nice, but I think it's not necessary. It's not a groundbreaking difference. Here there's another reflection. I mean, it looks good, don't get me wrong. But RTX is on right now, as you can see. So this is pretty disappointing, guys, in my opinion. So some water puddles get reflections, then this thing right here gets reflections in real time. But I mean, I'm not usually paying attention to these things. I was expecting more. I was expecting more. Because the performance difference is so huge that you might as well disable it. I mean, you can get over 60 frames so far. But I mean, yeah. Yeah, here there are more reflections. Let me see. If I disable it, if the reflections in the ground there stay, yeah, we still have screen space reflections, and to see these reflections you gotta pay a lot of attention. And the performance, again, the performance difference is so huge. I mean, it's nice to have ray trace reflections, but on this one they're pretty subtle. Yeah, I'm seeing the reflections right here, but with so many things at the same time on the screen, with so much visual stuff happening, they go pretty unnoticed. Pretty unnoticed, yeah. They're pretty subtle. And some surfaces are not reflecting. Mostly these mirrors right here. So the wall does not reflect the character. And these puddles. But I mean, pretty subtle. Pretty subtle. Can you test DLSS? As far as I know, there's no DLSS on this. Let me double check, just in case. I'm not seeing any DLSS. So, yeah. Probably no DLSS. Let me check the gameplay menu. Nothing. Accessibility, nothing. Audio, no. Yeah, no DLSS apparently. I don't think this game needs it though. It runs fine with ray tracing on the 2060. I mean, I'm on the highest settings. Everything cranked up. I'm over 60 basically all the time. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. Really. Does this game even support DLSS? Apparently not. Apparently not. Is something wrong with the 1650 Super? No, nothing wrong. It's just doing the live stream. I wanted to test the RTX implementation. Now, ray tracing is not a scam. Ray tracing is nice, but you gotta be smart. It should be smartly implemented. If not, it makes no sense because it will kill your frame rates.
Left the door open.
Let's go outside. Alright. So we're finally outside. Yeah, this is the ray trace reflections. Really, I'm not super impressed. Let's see without reflections how it looks. Let me see if this reflection stays there. If I disable it. So if I disable ray tracing. Yeah. Yeah, as you can see, without ray tracing, we lose those real-time reflections, but there are cube maps that replace this stuff. So it's not real-time. But if you go with ray tracing, you get those real-time reflections. But really, it feels a little too unnecessary. Let's just call it that way. Screen space on this game, in my opinion at least, looks fine. There are missing reflections here, as you can see the tattoo thing over there. If I disable ray tracing, it's basically just a cube map. So no reflection there. But you get this cube map that is not accurate. But at least there's something. So yeah. And these reflections right here, some are screen space. Maybe you can see it. There are cube maps and screen space. But it's pretty subtle. Considering the performance hit. If I enable RTX, I go for 144 to 70. So basically half the performance. I don't think it's worth it, personally. Yeah, the screen tearing is a little too much. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, it's pretty... But yeah, guys. RTX, I recommend you just disable it. Ray trace reflections are nice, but in this game it's pretty subtle. Pretty subtle. Just some mirrors, some puddles, and that's about it. So yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty disappointed. I don't think ray tracing on this is necessary, honestly. Necessary in a way that changes the game a lot. So yeah, personally, I just think that you should not enable RTX. I mean, it still runs fine. With RTX on, you can do 60 frames at 1080p so far. So if you want RTX, do it on 1080p. There's no DLSS. So yeah, let's try it without RTX. So let's disable RTX off. So no RTX now. We're doing ultra settings. This is DX12. Probably DX11 runs better. We're going to find out. But as you can see here on the advanced settings, everything is maxed out. But no RTX, as you can see, no ray tracing. So without ray tracing, we're getting basically over 100 FPS at 1080p. So yeah, as you can see. What the heck are you doing, guys? So if you want to play this game, personally, if you want 60 frames, just do 1080p with ray tracing. You get some stutter, you get some of that. No DLSS, unfortunately. But yeah, the game seems to run okay on the 2060 as long as you go to 1080p with ray tracing. You can do 60. To be fair, since you're over 60 all the times, I would just keep it on. Yeah, I agree. That's what I was going to say. So since in this game it seems to be over 60 anyways with ray tracing, just enable ray tracing, put VSync, and you should be fine. It looks good. It runs fine. I think that the ray tracing on this is pretty unnecessary, but you can do it even on the cheapest RTX card. So yeah. Yeah, let's skip this. Blah 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 blah.
All right. Anyway, oh, thanks. Thanks.
Yeah. Almost no difference, yeah, but you're still over 60. So I'm just trying to find out if there's any. Let me see. Hang on. 12:21 p.m. Okay. So it should be from just now. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's a very tiny difference there. But at least you're over 60. So let's see. So we're in the same part as before without RTX. So there are some missing reflections here. But again, there are still some cube maps. That is not the same, don't get me wrong. But the game still looks pretty decent. What I'm noticing though is less stutters when I'm going through doors. The stutters are still there, but they're not as noticeable. For the 2060 on this game, let me get that out of the way, is ray tracing, VSync, 6 FPS cap. VSync. Okay. So, best setting for the 2060 for visuals and 60 frames, 1080p, enable everything. Go for the custom advanced options. So you get this right here. So there we go. And you should be getting 60s with some reflections there. But that's basically it. You get some stutters when going through doors, but not much more to say. You get some reflections there, but we're still over 60, so I'm not super worried. You get some extra reflections at least, and you get this thing over here. But if you're doing any higher resolution, personally, just go for no reflections. So let's now do 1440p. So we disable VSync, we disable ray tracing, and we go for 1440. So 1440p Ultra. Let me go back to the desktop in order to swap that. So 1440p. So status 1080p. Whoa. Status is 1440p, sorry. Ultra settings, no RTX. So you can see it here, 1440p, no ray tracing. We're getting over 60 just fine, as you can see, at 1440p. Again, I don't think RTX is necessary. Yeah, you lose these reflections over here. but really I don't think it's a big deal. The game still feels smooth, let's call it that way. The thing is, when you enable these special visions, you might get drops below 60, but you're not fighting, you're not doing much at all. It's more of a walking simulator. So I don't think 60s is absolutely necessary, but in these modes it can drop, yeah, below 60. Let's go back to the previous checkpoint, one of the first one. I'm here to watch the 570 get roasted. It shouldn't be roasted here, it should be running fine, we're going to see. Off VSync, yeah, I disabled it, don't worry. ¿Dónde está la 1050 Super? Está en la PC que streamea, pero más adelante en un video separado capaz que la pruebo. So guys, let's go give this another try. Oh, I have to speak with this guy first. Ugh. Annoying.
What?
Yeah. Let's go. Let's see. Yeah, as you can see, 60 frames at 1440p, just fine. Let's go to the important stuff. So we go this way, we open this door, we move this thing over here. Yeah, there we go. Let's keep going. Here's the jump scare or whatever.
Oh my god.
So as you can see, 1440p, basically over 60 frames. Not much to say really. You're late to the stream? Yeah, a little bit, but not by much. You'll be fine. Whether I should take big F56 second hand, if you can find it for cheap, I'll go for it. Yeah, sure, why not?
This is Lazowski, ID 656210. Can anyone hear me?
Let's see, please 1050 Ti performance. Yeah, after this, we're doing that. Thanks, Moises. Muchas gracias, Moises. I mean, it's a great card, I just can't do crazy high settings with it. What do you mean? Oh, the 570? Yeah. But I mean, it depends on what frame rates you want to get. Let's be realistic for a second there.
This is Lazowski.
How many cards have you tested so far? Only one. This is the first one. Electromagnetic vision, yeah, the same as before. As you can see, when you use these special vision things, we drop below 60, but we're not doing much at all, really. So, we're not, by much at all, I mean we're not fighting, we're not shooting, we're just looking at things. Thank you so much, Gamer Rats, for the 100 Indian rupees donation. Thank you so much, man. Super appreciated. He says your voice is soothing, though. I love your live streams. Well, thank you so much, man. Super appreciated. Guys, if you want to support the channel as well, make sure to like the video. It helps me out a ton with the algorithm. And if you like what I do, subscribe to the channel. I do mostly benchmarks like you see right here, so I'm focused more on the performance, more than the game itself really, but you can see how the game is in general. But if just focus in numbers and visuals. But as you can see, when moving around, we were getting over 60 just fine, but then we use these special vision type of deals and we drop below 60. Again, I don't think it's a deal breaker at all. Again, we're not shooting, we're not doing anything that requires reflexes. So if it drops below 60 here, I don't think it's a big deal. The screen tearing is annoying, yeah. But as you can see there, when using this vision is when we lose the most frames. So let's see if we can fix that if you think it's necessary. So we go for custom settings and probably just lowering shadows to medium will fix it. Let's see, 52, nothing. Okay. Oh, I have to apply the settings. Ugh. So medium shadows, we get 57. Okay, we jump from 52 to 57. That's a good jump. Then what else? SSR. Let's disable separate translucency. Yeah, it doesn't seem to change much at all. Advanced settings. Let's lower the reflections a little bit. Didn't do anything. We need an effects option here. Whatever. We should be fine with only lowering shadows. We were at basically over 50 just fine. So let's keep it all maxed and let's keep shadows on medium. That should be good enough, in my opinion. Yeah, as you can see, over 50 now. So mid shadows. So that should give you basically over 50 even when using this special vision type of thing. So most of the time you should be over 60, but in those investigative parts, it should be lower in frames. So lower the shadows to medium. That should give you 60s at 1440p. Thank you, boy Rash Bora. Sorry if I messed that up. So I need a 4 like I did before. So let's open this. It's 1984. How creative. So 1984. Access granted. Are you going to do any tests with the new 6800? Unfortunately, I cannot afford more graphics cards right now, so I try to work with what I have at hand, which right now is what I'm showing you: 2060, 1650 Super, 1050 Ti, 750 Ti, all that good stuff. And so yeah, anyways. Let's open the door. So, home security, open the gates!
Activated the apartment security system, leaving the crime scene. This just doesn't feel right.
Nice, we're back now. So as you can see, mostly over 60 with some stutters. Not sure what those stutters are the reason of. 570, I'm doing it after in a couple cards. Todavía no hice la 570. Ya vamos. So guys, as I was saying, 1440p seems to be fine over 60 basically all the time, except when you use these special visions that are to investigate. So lower shadows to medium, that should be the best settings. So best settings for 1440p in my opinion are no ray tracing, and then on the custom settings just lower the shadows to medium, and that should give you basically over 50 all the time. So yeah, let's now do 4K. So we apply the settings, 4K resolution. So let's see, change here to 4K. Right, nice. So at 4K with the same settings as 1440p, we're getting basically over 30 frames. So 30 frames at 4K. Guys, remember that this game on PS5 and Xbox Series X without ray tracing runs at 60 frames per second. That's what the developers said. So as you can see, we are quite a bit behind the new consoles, but again, we're not that far away really, just double the frame rate on the consoles. But yeah, 4K 30 is possible. I'm going to try DX11 now. So one second guys, let's see if DX11 runs better. DX11 does not allow us to use any ray tracing. That's why I didn't use ray tracing before. So hang on guys, DX11, let's give that a try. Hopefully we get more frames. So DX11. Just like the original, although some areas give you lower FPS for little to no reason. Okay, interesting. Yeah, but it does look different at least, which I wasn't expecting really. I was expecting just the same game with ray tracing. So, but they changed some stuff, which is interesting. I wasn't really expecting it. Graphics are lower than consoles, yeah, but I lowered the shadows to medium. I don't see a huge performance difference other than shadows, like it happened on Blair Witch. No DLSS, unfortunately it doesn't seem to be any DLSS. Let me check super quickly. Yeah, no ray tracing at DX11, that's basically the difference. Let's see, yeah. Medium shadows, no RTX because we're on DX11 now. Let's reload the save. So, whoa, I clicked on the wrong thing. Yeah, we're doing the 1050 Ti after this. Be patient, be patient. 4K dying almost due to power consuming? I don't think so. Should be fine. Alright, so DX11. Let's go back to the room we were before. Alright, looking good. But those stutters, man, are so annoying. Jesus Christ. Hang on. There we go. This is the place. Cyberpunk released on my birthday. Well, that's great, man. I hope you enjoyed the game once it releases. Hopefully it runs fine. Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk. Hey, Cyberpunk. Alright, this way. Let's see. But yeah, this room seems to be more demanding than the other stuff. So, good thing I got here first. But it appears to be running a little bit better on DX11. We'll see once we get into the other parts. How much does a 1050 Ti cost in your country? In my, almost $128. Here's basically 200, I think. But for $20 more, you can get a 570. So in my country, it doesn't make sense to get a 1050 Ti. I literally just finished the original last night. I didn't know about this remaster. Game was super fire though. Man, this looks awesome. Well, I'm glad you now know about the remaster. Yeah, I didn't know about it either. I got an email, but I didn't know it was being remastered. I thought it was only going to be ray tracing over the original assets. But this seems to be, yeah, some extra asset changes, not only ray tracing. Let's see now. Yeah, it seems to be running better on DX11. So probably do, yeah, a little bit better, not by a huge margin. Let's see, we drop below 30. Yeah, there's an improvement. I can see it. So there's an improvement on DX11, but you lose the ray tracing. So if you're doing anything higher than 1080p, probably DX11 on this card makes more sense. So keep that in mind. Are you using G-Sync? No, I do not use G-Sync. I do not have a capable monitor and my capture card cannot do G-Sync. So sorry about the screen sharing, but I cannot do much about it other than B-Sync. B-Sync. $1984. Whoa, I'm a genius. Let's see it. Come on. So yeah, probably at 4K you want to use these settings for 30 frames per second if you want to play at 30. Let's see on the lowest settings what we're getting. So we go to custom, advanced, no AA, lowest shadows. Textures, let's keep them the same. No SSAO, SSAO. No reflections, no nothing. Let's drop it all the way down. So low settings at 4K. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be possible to do 60 frames at 4K, as you can see, and the game looks way more jagged, maybe, that's the word. So if you're doing 4K, maybe target 30 frames. As you can see, we're dropping, when using this vision, below 60 pretty easily. So pretty inconsistent, I would say, at 4K lowest settings. So you might as well just lock it to 30 if you want 4K. So for 4K, go to custom, TXAA, so you don't see the jaggies, medium shadows, no motion blur, SSAO, reflections on high, and that should be about it. So I would say that the best settings for 4K will be ultra settings, so ultra plus mid shadows. That should give you over 30 frames basically all the time. On the X11 though, you don't have access to the ray tracing. If you care about ray tracing, just use 1080p. So 4K, custom settings, do this right here. Just medium shadows, the rest maxed out. 4K low does not hit 60 frames, I tried it just a second ago. So this should give you over 30, you get 4K. So yeah, even when using this special vision type of thing. So yeah guys, let's now swap into the 1050 Ti. We already finished the 2060. So let's close the game. And let's turn off the PC. So yeah, let's give that a try. All right. Almost there. Yeah, there's a monster that hunts you, but I didn't get there yet. I'm just trying to see the performance at the start. So 2060, I just removed it, single fan card, whoa. Yeah, let's just stay in this place. I don't have the transparent camera. So let's put it to the side. Let's grab the other cards. 1 second, guys. All right, so 1050 Ti, let's put it in. You can find the wallpaper in the description. Everything is listed in the description. So time to do the 1050 Ti. So let's swap here to 1050 Ti. So 1050 Ti. We're going to do DX11. It seems to be running better than DX12. So 1080p. And let's start with Ultra. Let's see if we can get 60s. In the meantime, I'll be trying to... What's the name of this? I'll be bringing all the graphics cards. So 1 second, guys. All right, I got all the graphics cards. So let's do now the 1050 Ti. So 150%, so I can see MSI Afterburner, where are you? There you are. Where did you get that wallpaper? You can find it in the description, the wallpaper and the animated background if you want it. So, all right, we lowered this a little bit and we launched the game. Where was it? There you are. I already tested the 570. No, not yet. Hi, Marlo. How are you doing, man? Good morning, y'all. He says. Well, good morning. Here's the afternoon. Yeah, the wallpaper, you can find it in the description. Alright, time to do the 1050 Ti. ¿Crees que te puedan dar la key de Cyberpunk? Me gustaría un videojuego. Sí, me den o no me den key, lo voy a probar igual. Guys, if I get a key for Cyberpunk, I'll do it, but if I don't get a key, I'll do it anyways. So don't worry, guys. Of course I'll be purchasing Cyberpunk if I don't get a key. Yeah, I do not live in a void. No, I do not. Whoa, dude. Why did I press buttons? I messed up here. Bro, in my country, Nvidia is cheaper than AMD. That's interesting. It depends. In my country too, it's kind of variable. So hang on, this is at 4K, that's why I'm getting 13 FPS. 1 second, guys. So 1080p, where are you? There you are. So we apply the settings. The wallpaper is from the new Harry Potter game, the Hogwarts Legacy. So highest settings on the 1050 Ti. Oh, this is the DX12. Okay, so let's see how DX12 does. DX12 on the highest settings, we're getting 38 FPS. Let's see if we can improve this using DX11. Hey, Leo Pereira, ¿cómo va? ¿Todo bien? So 38 FPS on DX12. Let's see DX11. Let's see. Come on. So when you click on the game, it should give you the option. So DX11. All right. Let's find out. Can HDD cause stuttering in Assassin's Creed Valhalla? I tried it on an SSD and it was basically the same. So yeah, it only seems to affect loading times. 1650 Super, yeah, probably in a separate video. I'm using it to do the live stream, so no way for me to do it right now. So DX11, let's see if we can get more than 38 FPS. So let's continue. Are you from Argentina? No, I'm from Uruguay, which is the neighboring country, if you can say so. So we're basically next to Argentina. That's why people confuse us all the time. Let's see, so 38 on the X12, 40 on the X11, so a couple extra frames. I'll take it, really. So maybe the X11. Yeah, the thing are the stutters. Not sure if the X12 has less stutters, but it uses less of VRAM. So we might as well. So let me see when I use this vision thing. Yeah, we're still over 30. So if you want 30 frames, maybe ultra settings makes more sense. So yeah. Yeah, if you want 30 frames, this is the way. It will drop soon, just go further. What do you mean? It will drop even lower than this? That's what you're telling me? It will drop further, the frame rate will drop further than this. Okay. Let's advance then. Yeah, let's just go to the save part we were before, which was this one. You were my friend on Steam, but not anymore. Well, you can send another friend request. I had to purge my Steam friends because I didn't know who those people were. So if you want guys to add me on Steam, just add me. A lot of people were inactive, that's why I deleted most of my friends there. So let's see. Yeah, we skip this. Thank you. How's lockdowns there? It's fine. We're fine here. My Spanish is a mess, but I understand very well. Well, awesome, man. Glad you understand. Mic off. Can you hear me? Hang on. Not hearing anything at all. Hang on. Please switch on the mic. What? The mic is off? Hang on, guys. Something is weird. I'm lost.
If you manage it.
Hang on. I gotta double check.
Thanks. I might need to see the register later. Can I use your office?
How's lockdowns there? It's no, the mic is working. The mic is working. Do you need to raise your volume? Mic's good. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Sorry about that. I wasn't sure if the mic was working. Yeah. Whatever. So let's see what I have to do. Okay, you can hear me. Awesome. I'm using RTX voice. I'm trying it. To see how it goes. Okay, you can hear me. Awesome. Apartment 106. There are 2 female tenants matching the initials HN, blah, blah, blah. 106. So let's go to 106. 106. I gotta open the door. Access granted. Yeah. I mean, no, but YouTube gave me a warning about the mic. That's why I believed him. I know he was trolling me, but YouTube told me something about the mic. That's why I believed him. Come on, let me open that door. 105. 106. But yeah, he got me good. Oh, this doesn't look good. Oh no. Not a jump scare, please. Alright. Oh, hello there. But yeah, those stutters are pretty annoying so far. But nothing really super unplayable. Let's call it that way. Not unplayable. Oh no. Not a monster, please. Don't give me that monster. Okay, let's investigate. Holy hell, that jump scare though. Let's plug it back in. Let's be smart little people. Still worth 750 Ti. If you can find it cheap, go for it. But I don't think you can find it super cheap though. No data. I'm watching you. I have for some time, and though you might not yet realize we're meant to be together. Oh, so cute. This shrine is my gift to you. This and 3 others like it. Please notice me. Notice me, senpai. Oh, nice. A game inside a game. What a weird thing to have in this game. Anyways, I'm having some fun. Oh, really? Anyways, let's get out of the game. Oh no, the door is now open. I'm not liking this at all. Oh man. The things I do for benchmarks. Hello, robot. Hi. Let's see. Where to? Hey Santiago, missed your Bugsnax stream. Had some work. Don't worry, man. It was a fun stream, that one. I wasn't really expecting to enjoy that game. Okay, back here. But I hope you had a good day, man. Yeah, it doesn't seem to change that much. So let's get back to the part we were before. Adam's flat, which is here. But 1080p doesn't seem to be 60s friendly, let's call it that way. Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm going to be testing Observer System Redux. Yeah, I'm going to try to get 60s, do not worry guys. But I gotta get to the demanding part, which is this apartment right here. So let's lower those settings. I think the only big setting will be shadows on this one. So let's lower shadows to medium. Let's see what it does. We jump from 47 to 60. Let's see with low shadows. Low shadows are... Okay, low shadows, just like Blair Witch. Same options menu. There's an HDR option, what the heck. I don't have an HDR monitor. Let's see if anything else works. The resolution scalability, this is the resolution scale. Just keep it on full. This is native, I think. So let me see if I disable reflections, what happens. We jump from 74 to 77. Not a huge boost. Then no SSAO. Okay, so SSAO and the shadows are the biggest differences so far. Separate translucency doesn't seem to do much at all. So let's stay with low shadows and then we'll see if we need more tweaks. So ultra settings plus low shadows. So that's how we do it on the X11. So let's do that. Hopefully we can maintain 60s. I don't think so, but we're going to try with no SSAO after this.
Adam?
Shut up, dog, please. Okay, we're dropping below 60 a few times. I'm expecting to drop it into the below 60 when those special vision happens. That special vision happens, better said. I'm sorry about the screen tearing, I cannot do much about it other than VSync, but we're looking at performance. Such a shame that 1050 Ti is coming to an end. At least the 1650 Super is 2 times faster and only slightly more expensive. Well, yeah, I agree, completely. True that. I would still need something better than a 1650 Super with the new cards. Come on, Nvidia, AMD, release something faster for the same price. Alright, come on. Let's see, when I use the Bio Vision and the Technology Vision,
victim's car.
Okay, in this case we drop below 60. I don't think it's a big deal, honestly. But as you can see, yeah, we drop below 60 anyways. Let's disable SSAO, just as a last resort. So no SSAO at all. Alright, yeah, this keeps us basically over 50. So no SSAO. So no ambient occlusion. We're still dropping a few times into the 40s when analyzing stuff.
Victim is equipped with an ID mixer.
I hope that person without the head survived. Yeah, same.
Possible.
Same. My sentiments are with him.
Was removed post-mortem. Erratic cutting pattern, indicating the killer.
What CPU have you used in this moment? Do you have it in the description?
Time of death.
So guys, apparently when using the detective vision, we're still dropping below 60. Let's see without reflections, if we can go up there. So custom reflections, let's put no reflections at all. So no SSR plus no SSR. Yeah, and this time around I do not have a background because the 2060 was the first card I tested today. So I apologize, but I need to buy another RTX card. Cannot afford it at the moment. So when you use basically these settings, you should be over 50 most of the time. Let's see when I analyze something. It appears to be fine, over 50. But you lose those nice visuals, those nice shadows, the reflections. Yo, what are your thoughts on the 5500 XT in comparison to the 1650 Super? I think that AMD should have done better, honestly. They could. Anyways. In comparison, I'm pretty disappointed. I wish Nvidia released a 1650 Super with 8 GB, but yeah, that's just dreamland at the moment. So as you can see, 60s on 1080p, you can get close to that by using these settings, which is basically low. So let's swap to 900p now. So 900p. And what else? We go to the advanced settings. We crank up those shadows. We crank up those SSAOs, if you can call it that. So on the highest settings, 900p, we're getting basically over 40 in the bad parts. So 900p. We're using the X11 due to the performance difference. And since we're not using ray tracing, the X11 works for us just fine. So as you can see on 900p, on the highest settings, we're getting basically over 50. We're not using the special vision. And when we're using it, we can drop, as you can see here. So yeah, probably 900p low shadows is going to give us 60s. Let's give that a try. So we're going to try it. But I mean, the game still runs fine. It's over 30. But you gotta run from monsters and all that. So maybe you want 60s. So low shadows plus low shadows. So we're using ultra settings. 900p, but we kept shadows on low. So as you can see, shadows on low. The rest basically cranked up. Oh, I forgot SSAO. Sorry about that, guys. So we're probably not hitting 60s like this. But yeah, low shadows. Okay. Yeah, maybe this is what I would use in real life. Yeah, if I only had this card and wanted to play this at 60, I'll probably use these settings, everything on the highest with low shadows. Even in the investigative things, we seem to be getting over 50s. And we get decent visuals, we get the reflections, we get the shadows, we get the ambient occlusion. This is more of an immersive type of thing, so I think this will be the best settings, personally. 900p, low shadows, 50 to 60, and enable VSync. The screen tearing is super noticeable in this game. So, and he says, UN, like with letters and numbers, he says, so close to 150k subs. Yeah, super close. I think we are 1,000 away. Hopefully we'll get there soon. But thank you guys for all the support. Super appreciated. So as I was saying, on 900p, let's reload the open part. So we go to the flat. Why is CPU usage so low? I always has about 60% on this game on quad core. I'm not sure. This is 4 cores like threads. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. So let's see that section one more time. So yeah, when you're not in that crime scene, let's go outside. Outside we get, yeah, basically 100 FPS. So it appears to be only in the crime scene, which is more detailed. So let's see this for 1,000 more time. Come on, drag this to the side. Thank you very much. So let's see if we can maintain over 50 here. Hello Santiago, how are you? I'm doing fine. Barrios, how are you doing? My water bottle fell. 1 hour until Cyberpunk new gameplay with Keanu today. Oh, I didn't know that, Mark. I'm trying to go in blind for Cyberpunk, but I appreciate the information. Oh man, that's screen tearing. Use VSync on this game, guys. Use VSync. Be fair with yourself, use a VSync on this game. My name is an epic gamer name. Yeah, true. It reminds me of 2006 Xbox Live. Alright. Let's see, once I use the... Yeah, it appears to be okay. So my advice, guys, for this one, use 900p ultra settings, lower those shadows to low, and you should be alright. You should be basically over 50 even when investigating.
Victim is equipped with an ID mixer.
So yeah.
Identification. ID check. Failed.
Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing Observer System Redux. I already tested Godfall. Yeah, I already tested that one. Runs awful. Runs pretty bad, but it runs. Whoa. Alright, so yeah, as you can see, 900p. If you use, let me show you the settings, it's easier that way. So best settings for this card, 900p. You go to custom here, click on advanced, and you'll see low shadows, and the rest basically cranked up. Resolution scalability, keep it on full. This is native resolution, and SSAO makes the game not have any jaggies, basically, looks super soft. So temporal anti-aliasing. So this should give you 50 to 60 in the worst parts, at least right now. So yeah, let's do now 720. So 720p now. All right. So 720p, let me increase those settings to the highest. So high shadows. Let's remove the zooming in. So now we're at 720p ultra settings. So 720p ultra. Let's see with the special vision. It appears to be fine. So 720p. It appears to be okay on the maximum. Let me double check the options menu. So yeah, basically maxed out, as you can see, at 720p. So if you do not mind lowering it to 720, you can do 60 frames here, apparently, even when analyzing stuff.
Indicating the killer was in a frenzy.
So yeah, anyways, let's advance a little bit and swap GPUs. Open the gate. Open the gate!
Rated the apartment security system, leaving the crime scene.
So yeah, once you're outside of those investigative parts, you're usually way over 60. Usually. Can we drop below, but a little bit. So yeah, 720p seems to be okay. I'm doing fine, Badios. How about you, man? So yeah, 900p seems okay, but you can do 720p as well. So let's go back to, let's swap GPUs now. Let's do 750 Ti, now that we're here. So we turn off the PC, shut it down. 750 Ti. We're going to do the X11 directly on that one. Let's be honest there. So yeah, anyways. And we're going to lower those taxes. So let's start with 750 Ti now. Second, guys. So here's the 1050 Ti. Let's put it to the side. And let's put the 750 Ti. The legendary graphics card from 2014. Alright. Test Crisis Remastered next time. I already tested that one, but I might do a second one. Why disk spikes occur during gaming? It lags due to that. It's on an SSD, so it shouldn't be the disk. It should be... what's the name of this? It's probably the game loading assets super quickly. But I have an SSD, so it shouldn't be a problem. But the same happened on Layers of Fear, on Blair Witch sometimes. So maybe it's a thing with the game. Can you give me your personal number of Natalia? I don't have it, so sorry, Mark. Maybe next time. Yeah, the 3100 is better than the 3200G as a CPU. The 3100 though doesn't have integrated graphics, so keep that in mind. That's basically the difference. So 750 Ti, let's launch the game now of Server System Redux. Good morning, it's actually 5 p.m. here, but yeah, how are ya? Does the game have some action or just scan, scan, scan? At first is scan, 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 then you can flee from a monster, basically. That's what's been my experience so far, running away. So yeah. Anyways, almost there, guys. But I gotta select 720p first, so hang on. I'm going to lower the... Whoa, what is it? Why? Yeah, my capture card broke for a second. Hang on. There we go. Alright, so settings, 720p, great. And we're going to lower those textures to... Let's lower them to medium. And what else? Yeah, let's keep it like this. So we load the part we were just a second ago. ¿Hablas español? Sí, Romero, hablo español, por supuesto. Soy de Uruguay. Why did you visit? I don't know what you're talking about. It's 12 midnight here in Singapore. Well, yeah, you're pretty far away, so it kind of makes sense. All right. So we're back into the game now. Maybe medium reflections, medium textures, maybe it's a little too much. Not sure. But yeah, it appears to be over 30 at 720p on ultra settings. Let's double check the settings just in case. So 720p custom settings, as you can see, medium textures, the rest is basically maxed. And this part, which is usually pretty bad when I'm using the special vision, we're getting over 30 frames per second. So if you wanted to do the 750 Ti on this game, I think 720p should be the best. You're at least over 30 if you want all the bells and whistles. Let's lower some settings, trying to get 60s now. So we lower what? Shadows first. Let's see what changes. 36 to 48. Good jump. Still not 60. So let's go to the advanced. Let's lower SSAO and reflections. Yeah, still dropping when using the special visions. Yeah, you're not getting 60s on this one. Let's try the lowest settings. So we're lowering what? Yeah, let's put low directly. So low settings, 720p now. Low settings. Okay, low settings, 720p, we get over 60, but this is because the resolution scaling has changed. Yeah, the resolution scaling wasn't on full. So hang on. Let's disable everything. Okay, this is the real low settings. If you use low settings, you're going to get half resolution. So make sure to go to the custom settings. But as you can see, we're getting below 60 all the time, basically at 720p. So my advice, just aim for 30 frames. So go to the custom settings, advanced, put the shadows on medium, anti-aliasing on TXAA. And this should give you over 30 frames, basically all the time. So best settings, 720p. And then on the advanced options, medium shadows, medium textures, the rest maxed out. That should give you over 30 frames. As you can see here. Even when analyzing. So yeah, this will be my best settings. You're getting good visuals. The resolution is pretty low, but it's a 750 Ti. If you want more frames, maybe play the original game, the original non-remastered version. But yeah. Yeah, this should be it. Let's do now 900p. And then we'll see what we do. So 900p, we're going to lower those shadows to low. Let's make things working correctly. All right, so low shadows. So this is high settings, low shadows at 900p. So let's see how it goes. 30 frames when I analyze stuff. Okay, when sometimes it drops into the upper 20s. Yeah, especially when launching this special vision type of deal. So yeah, maybe I need to lower the SSAO for this to work. Hang on, guys. Yeah, probably no SSAO will help here. Okay, not by a lot. Yeah, it seems to be basically the same. Let me see, 1 second. Yeah, it still drops below 30. So let's do no reflections. we start lowering it and lowering it without reflections and SSS. Let's lower that as well. Yeah, let's call this basically low settings. This is low settings. Let's be real.
Was removed post-mortem.
Yeah, this is a horror game.
Who took it? Motive. Unclear.
So low settings, 900p, we're getting over 30 frames. So if you want a higher resolution but don't mind losing some reflections, some shadows, some ambient occlusion, you can do 900p. Personally on this one I'll do 720 because it looks better. You get better in a way, you get better visuals, you get ambient occlusion, reflections, better shadows, and you're over 30 basically all the time. But if you prefer high resolution, 900p is the way to go. You're over 30 basically all the time. So yeah, anyways, let's swap to the 570 now. Sorry, but I have to go quickly. I've been an hour and a half here. I cannot stay for much longer, so might as well do it quickly. Sí, vamos a Singapur. Marlo, vamos. Vos me pagas el viaje, ¿no? Alright, so time to swap GPUs. So bye-bye 750 Ti, let's put the 570. So the 570 is right here. Oh guys, one thing I forgot to mention, it's already 1 p.m. There's The free game on the Epic Game Store is now available. Maybe you didn't know, but the Elite Dangerous is free on the Epic Game Store. So if you guys want to get a free game, make sure to go to the Epic Game Store. We're getting Elite Dangerous and the World Next Door. I'm going to publish the video I made about it, about the free game. And I'm going to put that I'm live right now. So we put it on public, the YouTube video. So now the YouTube video is live. Awesome. Excellent. And let's put the link so more people join the stream. Hang on, guys. I'm waiting for the 570 to show up anyways, so I'm streaming right now. See you there. All right. So more people should show up now. I'm not playing the free game, but at least I'm playing something so I can talk to you guys. So the video is now live. Awesome. Let's see if the 570 gets any image. Sometimes I need to restart the PC a couple times. So time for the 570 on 1080p. So RX 570, 1080 on Ultra. Thanks. Gonna get the free games on Epic? Go for it. Those are free, so take advantage of it. Which game is it? The free game is a bit dangerous. The game I'm testing today is Observer System Redux, which is a remastered version of Observer, a game that came out before. So yeah. Anyways. Come on, game. Come on, GPU. Oh, I have to install the drivers. I'm dumb sometimes. Hang on, guys. I forgot to install the driver. That's going to take a few seconds. So I apologize about the delay. I'm installing the drivers now. Give me 1 second. I forgot to install the AMD drivers. So yeah, if you got the free game, let me know. The free game is... Whoa. Hang on. Okay. So my PC crashed. 1 second. I hate when this happens. Come on. Okay, I'm back into Windows. Awesome. Let me install the drivers and I'll be right back. Okay, nothing installed. So let's install the AMD drivers. This always takes forever. Jesus Christ. Oh man, I'm so sorry guys. I forgot to install the AMD drivers. I'm working on it. In the meantime, I'll be reading the chat. Yeah, free game is a free game. You know how it goes. What is your SSD? Not sure. I'll add it to the description later, but it's just a normal SSD. A 1 terabyte SSD to put all the games. Sometimes 1080p is very high even for 2060. Well, it depends on the game really. On this game in particular, we were over 60 basically all the time. So yeah. Best stream setting for the 570, probably 1080p, 9000 on the bitrate. Lock the game that you're playing to 60 frames, so you have some GPU power to spare. And that should give you basically with the AMD... Oh man, my brain. With the AMD encoder, should give you basically 1080p 60 just fine for the streaming. Yeah, tech hates you as well sometimes. Yeah, happens to me all the time. That's why I'm doing YouTube videos to explain people how to deal with tech at times. Yeah, sometimes AMD drivers can be a pain. I agree completely. The NVIDIA drivers, I have an easier time with them. I get less problems in general. But that's usually because I change GPUs, so I have to delete them, install them again. It takes some time. That's fine. Alright, it appears to be installed. 1 second, guys. Your 5700 XT is still crashing on the latest drivers. Sorry to hear that, man. It's never fun to get problems with drivers. That's for sure. Alright, so we should be getting an image again. The guy who said 1080p is hard for 2060 is capping? What do you mean? What you talking about? Before that, no issue with your 580. Okay, interesting. Can you say it, please? What? 1080p is hard for the 2060? Why? Sometimes it is. It depends on the game, really. Okay, we're getting an image again. Awesome. Let's see. So as you can see, it's a little bit too dark, the stream. I gotta fix that super quickly. 1 second, guys. So the first thing I need to know is disable all the hotkeys because it interrupts my Adobe Premiere editing. So no hotkeys, thank you very much. And in graphics, we're going to display. We're going to enable GPU scaling, so we get the best experience and full RGB. So now the colors should be correct in the live stream. All right, now the colors are fine. And yeah, let's keep it like this. We'll launch MSI Afterburner, we'll launch Observer, and that should be it. Excellent. I would love to get the 6800 XT, but the AMD drivers issues are giving you flashbacks. Yeah, sometimes when you run into issues with drivers in some company, it's hard to get new hardware from them. You remember that pain, but I mean, if they fix it, should be fine. But they earned a bad reputation with drivers, unfortunately. So yeah, pretty unfortunate, really. Anyways. Unreal Engine, Fmod, Observer, System Redux. Oh, I'm on the X12. Yeah, I'm on the X12. Let's try first the X11 versus 12, and we're going to see if the game runs better on the X11 on AMD cards. So, 1 second, guys. Say the intro. Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing Observer System Redux on the RX 570 at the moment. Then we're doing more. So let's apply it. So now 1080p. I thought you were a fat dude. I used to be. Not so long ago. Anyways, so 1080p now. On custom settings, we're going to crank everything up to high. High. Yes, please. Whatever, everything on high. We apply it. And let's see how it goes on the X12. So we're going to keep the camera untouched. Let's see the numbers. Ryzen 5 2600X 1660 Super in 1440p Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It's good. Yeah, it should be fine for 30 frames. Hang on, guys. Alright, so in this specific spot on 1080p, we're getting 40 frames on ultra settings. This is the X12. Let's see if we can get more than 40 on the X11. So we get out of the game. And let's try that again. So we go to the Steam library, we play Observer, and select the X11. So let's see if the X11 gives us more than 40. 40 was the number on the X12. Let's see it now. Un saludo, buenos saludos, XBigDC. Espero que estés pasando bien el stream. Espero que esté todo bien, brother. Finally, yeah, finally. A laptop, is there really a difference between 2060 and the Max-Q version? Yeah, there can be. It all depends on the company that made the laptop. But yeah, anyways, let's see. We were getting 40s. Vamos para Singapur. La voy a buscar. Gracias, Marlow, se agradece. Alright, let's see. So on the X12 we're getting 40s, here we're getting, okay, mid 50s. Without a doubt the DX11 is the way to go, even on the AMD cards. We got a 15 FPS boost, so you can see it right here. So use DX11. Let's see, so on these settings we're getting, yeah, over 40 frames, not bad. So you can max it out to 1080p. Let's try to get 60s, probably going to need just to lower those shadows to low. That should give us the improvement already. So low shadows. Okay, yeah, I'll probably play it like this. So ultra settings plus low shadows. This will be almost the best settings. Let me see. Let's repeat this part. Yeah, we get screen space reflections. When we analyze stuff, we're getting, yes, over 50. Sometimes it likes to drop into the upper 40s, but it's when using this special vision. When I'm not using it, let me see. Yeah, we're basically over 60. At least right now. But those stutters, man, they take me out of the game. So yeah, the 570 runs it okay. You can use VSync. Let me see with enhanced sync what I can do. Enhanced sync maybe removes the tearing. Oh yeah, it's not working. It's not working, the enhanced sync. Is it working? Not sure. Anyways, so the 570 on 1080p, just lower shadows to low, and you're getting basically over 60. But when using the investigative vision, you're going to drop, and you're going to get those stutters every once in a while when going through doors from the first time. As you can see, when you enable the special vision thing, it can drop below 60. Let's see. Come on. There we go. So, yeah, this should be the best way to play the game on the 570. Low shadows still look good. Let me see if there's any self-shadowing on high, just to check that out. Yeah, there are no self-shadows in this part, even on high. So I don't think you're missing much with low shadows. The shadows are still real-time here. They still seem to have a decent resolution. So yeah, this would be the best settings. Yeah, it looks smoother now, so I will keep enhanced sync running. But yeah, it appears to be okay. So this will be the settings for the 570, in my opinion. Alright, this wasn't supposed to happen, I think. Yep. So yeah, perfect. Anyways, let's reload the save. How to know from benchmarks that CPU or GPU is overclocking? Probably bottlenecking, overclocking. Check the frequencies, and then check the manufacturer's webpage. All right. Let's see. Yeah, already been here. Yeah, not supposed to happen. I'm going to load this back and try it again. To be honest, the 570 is still surprising me. Yeah, same. It runs it okay. You can do 60s just fine, or 30 with ultra settings. So yeah, good stuff. So let's see how it runs in this part. This cinematic usually drops. So we're going to look at that and swap to the 580. Not really much more to show. Yeah, I'm using a separate computer for the live stream, guys. So keep that in mind. I'm not using the same computer. If that was the case, I wouldn't be able to swap GPUs. I mean, come on, common sense. So yeah. Anyways.
Dispatch, this is Lazowski, ID 656210. Can anyone hear me?
So yeah. Come on. Let me investigate. Ryzen 5 2600 or Ryzen 3 3100. Personally, I go for the 3100 because you get a better upgrade path in general. I mean, you can also do that with the 2600, but if you're doing gaming, I don't think the 2600 is worth it. The single-threaded performance on the 3100 should be higher. So most games should be a better experience. We'll see once more games release, but at the moment I'll get the 3100 due to the single-threaded performance.
Where's an ID mixer?
And then a 3600 should be a good upgrade, maybe, or a 5600X once you can afford it. But I think the 3100 at the moment is the best decision due to the single-threaded performance again.
Possible the killer took it. Motive
All right.
clear.
So yeah, this appears to be okay. I'm going to lower the platform here. So 1984. And let's see how it goes with the analyze vision. Yeah, it drops sometimes below 60, but it's okay. It appears to be completely fine.
Synchrosine.
Oh yeah, give me that. So let's open the door. Open the gates!
Apartment security system. Leaving the crime scene.
But I'm pretty surprised that low shadows look so good. I mean, look at this. Yeah, looking pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, even here, it appears to be fine. So yeah, let's swap to the 580 now. Now that we're here, we might as well. So we shut it down. We shut it down. Sad to see the 2600 beaten by the 3100 lol, which I bought last year. Well, last year it was different. Stuff changes all the time. You have no control over it, unfortunately. Alright, so time to remove the 570. Let's put the 580. Oh, come on. There we go. 570 to the side. Let's put it right here. So now let's put the super chunky 580, the triple fan version. We're going to lower the clocks to a dual fan configuration. So the same as the dual fan 580. So it's a better reference for you guys. I got a telescope here. If not, that's going to be wrecked with the PCM Express slot. All right, perfect. So now we got the 580. And we're using DX11 from the start because, yeah, it runs so much better than the X12. Is the 3300X much better than the 3100? Yeah, in most games it should be much faster due to the way higher single-threaded performance. The 3300X, the difference is that the 3100 has two chiplets that have 2 cores and 4 threads each, but the 3300X is everything in a single CCX. So you got everything in that thing. The 4 cores and X threads are there. The 4 cores and X threads. Yeah, the 4 cores are in one single chiplet. I'm not sure if it's called chiplet or one CCX. Let's call it just as CCX. It only has one with four cores. So that should give you less latency. Everything should be faster for single-threaded performance. So the 3300X, yeah, that's why it's sold out everywhere. It's a great CPU, super high single-threaded performance. So we're going to enable first GPU scaling, 8K. Then we're enabling what else? Oh, full RGB, so we get the correct colors. And we're also doing enhanced sync. So video, let's go for enhanced sync to avoid the screen tearing. Super annoying in this game. And in the MSI Afterburner, we're doing what else? We're lowering this core clock to 1366. So it's just like a dual fan 580. Should be the same. So let's do that. Let's jump into the game now on DX11 mode. So Steam. What about the RTX 2060? I already did that at the start. You can see it. I did it like an hour ago, so an hour and a half ago. So rewind the live stream. That was the first card I tested. So server system Redux, DX11, let's go in. But yeah, the 2060, I already tested that. It ran the game fine. You can even do 60 frames with ray tracing, so, and the game doesn't have any DLSS. Of server system Redux. Come on, game. Show me that overlay. There we go. Next play game in next stream? I'm not sure yet. Maybe Elite Dangerous, who knows. I want to do the Pathless. I requested a copy, not sure if I'll get one. Doesn't really matter if I get it or not, I might purchase the game. Or maybe I can do Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 tomorrow, who knows. The sky's the limit. So we're doing 1080p now on the highest settings. So we crank up those shadows, we apply the settings, and let's jump straight into the game. 2060 already tested, yeah, true. Hola Kid, ¿cómo va? ¿Todo bien? Ryzen 3 3300X or Ryzen 5 3500X. If you can choose, I'll get the Ryzen 5 maybe. But 6 cores and 6 threads, that sets the tone a little bit low for me. Alright, so on the highest settings, on the 580, we're getting... okay, over 50 frames. So definitely faster than the 570, as expected. So I'll probably just lower the shadows to medium to stay over 60. So we are going to try that. So medium shadows, and that should do the job. Yeah, over 60 now. Sometimes it drops a little bit below, but that's pretty rare. So mid shadows. And that should give you guys the 60 frames per second experience on 1080p. Man, ¿qué tarjeta crees que debería esperar que salga o que baje de precio y sea rival de precio de la 1650? Yo la sigo esperando, así que veremos qué pasa, Marlow. Yo también la estoy esperando, no la veo todavía. Do Zero Sam 4, please. Oh, I forgot about that one. I might do it. We'll see. Where the program is the overlay from? It's MSI Afterburner. You can find it in my channel. There's a tutorial on how to use it. But as you can see, guys, it's okay like this. Just lower those shadows to medium, and that should do the job just fine. Let's go back to the demanding part. Don't get the 3500X, 2 chiplets and no SMT. I didn't know that, so thank you for that. Yeah, the 3300X then. I thought it was only one CCX. So thank you, Lasse Berg, for the heads up. I didn't know that. So between the 3500X and the 3300X, get the 3300X. Much higher single-threaded performance, or get a 3600. It's more expensive, but I think it's worth in the long run. Who knows?
Oh my God.
So yeah, thank you for the heads up. I appreciate it. Come on. Yeah, it appears to be fine. Even with the effects going on. Is a PS5 worth it, or I should keep upgrading my PC to RTX? Polly, at the moment you cannot build a PC for the same price as the PS5 numbers. So at the moment, not sure, it all depends on you. Personally, at the moment I'll get a PS5 due to the better performance overall. Then in probably 6 months to a year we're going to get something that competes. But right now, this is the time when the hype is real. We get the new consoles. So right now probably the consoles, but remember that on PC you get a lot more games that you can play with, and you don't need to do any backwards compatibility stuff. So that's important. On PS5 you can play the PS4 games, but on PC you have better game prices, you get, I mean, it's different. So it depends on what you prefer. Personally I like mouse and keyboard better. But for example, this game that I'm playing right now, Observer, at 4K, runs at 4K 60 on the PS5, apparently, without ray tracing. But the 2060 is like half the performance, so at the moment I don't think we can compete with it on the raw numbers. Which is unfortunate, but wait 6 months to a year and we're getting better GPUs for the price, probably. They need to compete with the new consoles. So yeah, as you can see, guys, 1080p is okay. Let's try 1440p. So 1440p on the 580. PS5 almost cost $1,000 in my country. Lol, it's crazy. Same here. YR96. The PS5 in my country is probably going to be $1,100. But I mean, in my country, you cannot build a PC that has that level of performance as the PS5 for the same price. So yeah, it's kind of hard to decide on a PC at the moment. But that happens each time a new console releases, a new console generation comes, and on the PC we are behind for 6 months to a year. Then we can get to that level pretty quickly, because Nvidia and AMD need to compete with it. So we're doing now 1440p, guys, on ultra settings. We appear to be unable to hit 60s at 1440p. So 4K 30 is probably out of the question on this card. On this card. So keep that in mind. Yeah, probably need to lower those shadows to medium. But even if I lower everything to the minimum, we're not getting 60s on this card. Yeah, not getting 60s at all. So let's put shadows on medium. Yeah, probably this is the best way to play the game at the moment, with the highest resolution possible. Spider-Man PS5 versus Battlefield 5 on Ultra 4K. What? But Spider-Man is not on PC. How can I test that? So yeah, guys, as you can see, 1440p, you can do 30 frames if you lower those shadows to medium. But 60s don't seem to be possible. I'm going to lower everything right now, but if I did 1440p, this will be my choice over 30 frames, just to get good numbers, basically. Decent visuals, higher resolutions. So let's now go to lowest settings, 1440p. So custom, and we lower those shadows to low. Textures, let's keep them the same. No anti-aliasing. We disable SSAO, SSR, translucency, everything to the lowest. So low settings. So low settings 1440p now. When we're not using the investigative vision, we are basically, yeah, it seems to be 50 to 60 without the investigative vision. Here it drops into the 40s. So yeah, I mean, considering the visuals of low versus high, I'll probably just keep it on high settings, medium shadows. You should get good visuals. This looks a lot different, that we're only getting 40s in the bad parts, so I don't think it's worth using low settings. Let's try very quickly 4K. Let's see how it goes. So 4K. So 4K on the lowest settings, we're getting, hang on, mid-20s. So 4K not recommended on this card. Status 4K. So 4K low settings, yeah, you're not getting 30s, at least not in the bad parts. With investigative vision we get low 20s, so yeah, do not use 4K. Just use 1080p high settings on high settings, medium shadows for 60 frames, or use 1440p high settings, medium shadows for 30 frames. So yeah, that's basically it. Time to thank the members. At the moment, the 1650 Super is in the streaming PC, so not testing it today. Maybe later, but not right now. Hang on. YouTube. Let's do the channel studio. So let's go to the memberships. If you're a tier 2 member, I'm going to say your name at the end of the live stream for the support. So if you're an awesome supporter 2.0, you get your name called out at the end of each live stream. So thank you so much to Official Marlow 2000, Gabi Asiares, Coconuts, Abhishek Mukherjee, Rodrigo Duarte, Christopher Job, Sonak Das, and Ken for being awesome supporters 2.0, the tier 2 membership level. And thanks to all of you guys for being here with me watching this live stream. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did making it. Yeah, see you guys next time. If you like what I do, like the live stream. If you don't like what I do not like it, just go watch something else. And if you enjoy what I do, make sure to subscribe to be updated when I do more live streams or free games and all that. So yeah, see you guys tomorrow, hopefully, and thank you. Bye bye. See ya.